Hello YouTube, welcome back to the Basement Card Collector. Today's video is going to be a collection video, a player collection video of Hall of Famer Greg Maddux. And I want to show you how I organize my cards and how I store my players in my player binders. And this video is been a long time coming. Our buddy Alan over at Collecting Maddux, we've sent things back and forth a few times, and one time he sent me a box of 148 Greg Maddux doubles that he had and thought I would need for my collection. So I told him, hey Alan, someday I'm gonna make a TCDB video of my Greg Maddux collection, and I'll make a video. It has taken a long time to get to this point, and so here we are today. And I would like to give a shout out to Alan. He is a great dude in the YouTube community. He has an awesome Greg Maddux collection. He is highly ranked on the TCDB. I believe he's in the top 10. I could be wrong there now, but I wanted to do this video for him and for myself and for all of you out there as well. And so here's how I store and collect players in binders. And so what I have in my 30 years, I guess, plus of collecting, have come up with a system that I call putting in order. And I have many players that I have in pages just like this, and I go through and put them in order of Topps, Donruss, Fleer, Score, Upper Deck, Bowman, and then I go into what I called the special sets from back in the day: Stadium Club, Leaf, Studio, Sport Flicks, and all of those extra things, and eventually it gets into the classics and cutout cards and minis and stickers and all that good stuff. So let's take a peek and see what we have to start with, and then we'll get into what we ended up with. So before Alan's box, I had 344 Greg Maddux individual cards in binders. And so what we have here so far, and you can see I've gone back and started over. It starts with 1987 and it rolls into 88, 89, 89 mini, 90. This is the double-sided card, 1990, 90 mini, 91. And we won't look at all these, but just so you can see them together, the 93 Topps partnered with the gold, the black gold, the 94 gold. And then you get into some of the kind of extra sets. I think this was called embossed. You can see there's the Topps Finest, there's the silver, there's the gold, and I run all the Topps cards together. And even back when I didn't know what a rainbow meant, here you can see the base Topps, the chrome Topps, and the opening day Topps all right together. I just love seeing it like that. Here's one of the shinier pages I had here. That Lords of the Diamond card is really cool. League Leaders, Topps Chrome, Topps Finest. I just love putting them in order like this. And so what I do is I collect them for a long time, store them in binders, and eventually when I have enough that are not in order, I take all the cards out of the pages and put them back in order. So you can see there's the end of the Topps with an Allen and Ginter, and then I started at Donruss. And if you look at this, it's the 87 Donruss in pretty nice shape. This one in the corner has been beat to tar. I don't know what it is, but it's my version of a Maddux rated rookie rainbow. The rookies, 88, 89 in the Donruss. And if you're familiar with the TCDB, there is a dot ink and an ink with no dot. And it really helps with the collection numbers, of course. So there we run up into Donruss. The Donruss runs, looks like to 05 here. He's back with the Cubbies. And then it goes to Fleer. There's the 87 update, 88, 89. And you get the idea. It's just really cool to look, I think, at all of the cards and all of the sets in order. And who doesn't love some of those late Fleer cards? How about that Provision? Fleer Ultra, the Strikeout King. It was just a great time to be a player collector because every really good player was in every set, and every, you know, like Fleer had many subsets, my buddies and I called them. And Maddux was in all of those. So if you look at the Fleer Ultra, here's the Fleer Metal. That was new back then. Just great looking cards. And so it takes a long time to do, but I take them out and it just makes me feel good. putting them in order. Again, there's where we ended up with the Fleer Ultra and the Padres. Back to 1989 score. 90 score, 91 score, 92, 92, 93. Ooh, 93 was just about the highlight of my collecting here. There's the Aces card. Just when they were starting to do some funky things with cards. I really love this Score Select set because Maddux had 5 cards, and that's good, again, for the numbers. And then here's the 94 base. There's the 94 Score Gold Rush. There's the Hall of Gold. Man, Score was just... they were getting it done, guys. And so here's my Maddux score. There it goes, upper deck. Starts off with the 89, 90, and you get the idea. Then they traded him over to the Braves. He went on a little run of winning Cy Young Awards, but you know. And this does take a minute to go through, but it's just really pleasing to me to see all of the years back to back to back, you know. There's the MVP, there's the Black Diamond, there's the base upper deck. He's back with the Braves. I'm sorry, back with the Cubs. And after upper deck, I always went with Bowman. And tell me if you feel me, guys. Whenever you had an 89 Bowman card that happened to be on the top row of a page, I'll be honest, back when I was a younger collector, I would take some scissors and trim that baby off right on that red line. There is also a part of my life when I would just be okay with switching this 89 with the 92 to keep this 89 safe or, you know, in better shape. I'll be honest, it bugs me just a little bit even today to have that 89 on top. But there goes the Bowman. Bowman's Best was kind of that first shiny Bowman that I recall. And so once you get into Bowman, then I went Sportflix. And if you see this little space right here, when I was putting cards in the TCDB, I realized I don't have a 1992 Stadium Club. So I did leave a space for that just because then it kind of, you know, I won't have to take all of the cards out to get him back in order. But again, Stadium Club, Pinnacle. Man, I love Pinnacle. There's some of the new Stadium Club. That's one I just bought just last weekend. Some of the new stuff. Pinnacle, and how cool is this Naturals set? If you remember that, that was like a little box set that we bought much later on, but it was just a really cool. I'm like, man, you can do that to a card. Look at that. Like plasma. Pinnacle just had so many cool things going on for it. Here's like the bronze medallion, and again, some of the cards I had, and that big, super huge cool box that Alan sent over, I combined it with what I had, with what he sent. This is a cool card. This is a double. If you remember the gold leaf stars from 93, it's two-sided. Maddux on one side, and the Nolan Ryan is on the back of that. Here's one of the very few numbered cards I have. Heading for the Hall. It's the 50th anniversary of Leaf, it says. There's Leaf, and I always had Studio right after the Leaf, 92, 93, and then here's a pretty cool, it's like the silver, like the base card, and then they made like a plastic, almost credit card material for the gold version. Sports Illustrated came in later with their own set, and so there's my little Sports Illustrated. Pacific ran out into Skybox, and this Victory set, and then even just this really cool thing down here, it's Thunder, so Skybox made that. Really cool die cut. And then how I always ended it was the kind of like I called the oddball cards. Classic, 89, 90, 91, 92. Classic ran into starting lineup. And then the deck of cards, playing cards. Here's a cutout card that was not in TCDB. Same thing for the little sticker beside. The top three here were... And then you can already see it took me a long time to enter these, to put them in order. And then look what happens. This is how it starts. This is where they end. And I already had 3 new cards that I picked up at, I think at a card shop and a card show. I think the 3 came here. And that's how it starts. And then I just fill up the next couple pages. And then when I feel like I have a good start, take them all out and then put them back in order. And so I do have 2 cards that I would like to keep out of the binder, I guess. Really cool jersey piece. numbered card that actually Alan sent me in an earlier mail day. I mean, how cool is that? And I picked this up not too long ago, a bat piece. And so here are the final results. So before Alan's box arrived, I had 344 individual Greg Maddux cards. Okay, so I took the 344, the 148, and basically over the several months that it's taken me to kind of crack away at this TCDB, it is now my totals are, I have one jersey piece, one bat piece. I actually have, if I just grab a stack, they're off camera up above. These are going to go into my doubles box. And I have a player box of guys that I do have in binders, but I keep for, I don't know, for whatever reason. Always loved that rated rookie. But if you are searching for a Greg Maddux card and you see, but they're in order, they're going to go into the box behind the Greg Maddux label. I have 300... I'm almost embarrassed to say this, 311 doubles or triples that are going to go back into the 5,000 count box. Total, I have 755 Greg Maddux cards. I mean, come on, 755, which I think is a very cool number because, you know, that's the Hank Aaron number. And so anyway, that's my total. I have 442 cards in the binder. On TCDB, I am the 45th ranked Greg Maddux collector with 444 cards. And it's just really cool to finally finish that up. And so that's how I store my card. That's how I store my players when I have tons of binders, and I kind of repeat this same process. Just they don't always have 400 guys, you know, 400 cards of a certain player, but I just love seeing them in order like that. And so I ask out there, do you guys keep any players like this? Do you store your cards like this? And again, I collect many players and would love to help out if you are needing one of these cards, or you saw a double that you need, or leave a comment down there. There's that sweet Fleer update. Just really enjoy Greg Maddux. I think he is my favorite pitcher of all time, and I just wanted to show you folks out there how I store my players in binders, and I would be curious to hear how you do the same. So thank you for watching this video. It's going on for a minute now, but thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.